Alrighty, fellas. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Patrouski. Welcome back to our PokeMMO stream recap. Fun fact: I actually wasn't going to do a stream recap for today at first. Okay, it was just going to be a fun little casual catch event stream. There's a Johto Safari Zone catch event that begins about 4 minutes, so I'm going to try to get through this somewhat quickly to get to that. It'll probably be a shorter stream recap, but there was one piece of information that was so crucial, so important, that it needed to be talked about, and I hope we get some more clarification. I don't want to be too, once again, something I constantly push on my channel is not to be overly reactive, not to be too harsh off the jump whenever you can control it, right? And I try to push a good message with that. But unfortunately, we have some pretty bad news, and I'll explain like why this is so bad and how this affected possibly thousands of people, if not at least hundreds, probably hundreds of players. And not even just affected them in game. This is going to affect their IRL life and affect their schedules and affects their PTO, and that's not good. There better be a good, I hope there's a good reason. I don't want to say they're better. I hope there's a good reason for this, and I assume there is, but I would love to. I think this is somewhere we do want to have information revealed on this. So it was announced that the official PokeMMO Shiny War, the second annual one, was delayed by 2 weeks. Now, signups were planned to begin 4 days from this post. So we got a 4-day prior notice. Now, the event was initially going to be like 2 weeks out. So we did get, I do want to say, we did get about 2.5, I think, 2.5 weeks notice from the event actually physically starting. But signups are 4 days away. So I think that like 2.5 weeks notice is not bad. However, how many people work jobs where you have to schedule out PTO 3 to 4 weeks ahead of time? I know a fair amount. I have some friends that do that, you know. They're pretty strict on that stuff, right? It obviously depends, but delaying this event by 2 weeks when it's so close to already being, you know, so close to being here, right? It's brutal. Due to this time delay, sign-up will be 2 weeks further. So Shiny Wars will now, sign-ups will begin on July 16th. We apologize to any previous dates. Like, the problem is, yeah, people took time off, most likely. People planned their shiny hunts. People have put things on delay. People schedule their life around this stuff. And it's easy to be like, oh, well, that's their fault. It's a game. Why would you do that? Well, it's the same way people schedule their lives around going to a basketball game or going to a concert, right? Like, if that concert or that event were to be delayed, it would suck. It'd be a huge bummer. And hopefully there's a really good reason for it, right? And some of these responses on the forums are pretty good. Some are rough. I'm gonna go through some of the more positive ones and highlight those and you know, exacerbate them because I think it is important, right? This is a fantastic way, in my opinion, to respond to this. Could we please get a more specific reason as to why this event was postponed? Some people specifically went out of their way to make time, and this just seems a little bit random, right? I think this is fine. I think asking for clarification due to how important it was, like this, right? Holy smokes, this is actually insane. I think you may have underestimated the number of people that have changed their IRL plans around this event. Can you provide a reason as to why this change was made? Imagine if someone, you know, I'm sponsored by Factor and HelloFresh, right? HelloFresh right now. Imagine if someone bought Factor meals for the week that this event was happening, so they wouldn't have to worry about cooking meals and making meal prepping, yada yada, during the event. Well, now what? They just wasted that money. They wasted that extra. Like, that sucks, man. Like, there's so many things like that. Grocery prep, food prep, PTO time off, turning down hangouts with friends. Like, people fully change their plans for things like this. It's a really, really, really big deal. And I've heard a lot of people are very, very affected by this. And I think it's okay for them to voice their opinion. This one's a little funny. No, I don't understand, except you just F me over. Like, I'm sure, like, some of it's phrased a little humorously. But I understand this. Like, this is a lack of communication, and there has to be a pretty darn good reason why this is happening. This is an understandably really frustrating thing. Like, I'm not even doing Shiny Wars this year, and this would really, really, really frustrate and disappoint me, right? Or it is. So, huge bummer to see that. It just changes. People take those events really, really seriously, so it monstrously changes things. All right, next up. And it's a month-long event, you know. It's a month-long event. It's not some 1 hour catch event, you know. Speaking of 1 hour catch events, we have a catch event that just started. Actually, I'm gonna be heading inside the Safari Zone here in a quick second, start getting some catches. We're gonna show up fashionably late because for some reason, whenever I show up late to a catch event, I always place in them. So we're gonna do that, okay? It started now. If you're watching the stream recap, it's too late for this. Apologies. But there is a shiny Lapras rare shiny up for prize, which is really, 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 really crazy. So we're gonna check that out. And then tomorrow, June 29th, there's going to be, hopefully when you're seeing the stream recap, there's a shiny Spoink event as well at noon ET at Jagged Pass Hoenn with a shiny Spoink prize, amazing shiny, and then another Sinnoh Safari Zone catch event, also on the 30th of June or the 29th of June, depending on your time zone. Like, the Spoink catch event and the Sinnoh catch event are in the same day, for example, for me personally. So make sure to check out all the extra details. You can check through all these details on the PokeMMO official forums. And then next up, the July 6th upcoming catch event, the Politoed one, the Poliwhirl one. We've talked about this a little bit. This is coming up on July 6th. We're a little bit further out from this, 11 a.m., so we have a lot of time to prepare for that. But that's the big news for today. Might be a few extra clips going over stuff, seeing what happens with this awesome Johto catch event. But I wanted to express my condolences and my frustrations for those who made plans, like, and changed plans and adjusted their life around this very, very big event, this very important thing to them. And I think there's a lot of beauty there. And I want to say that it sucks, and I stand with those people, but at the same time, please don't go attacking the devs. I think most of the way people have expressed their frustrations on the forums is mostly good. Like, I think people are doing a really good job. So just, it's totally valid to express your frustrations here. Just be careful not to go over the edge, go over the line. And if people want to do, I'm always saying I'm a big fan of in-game protest, gathering around Slateport and, like, you know, say, dude, the devs historically, yeah, frustrations are very warranted. I agree. The devs historically have responded very, very well to, nice catch, very, very well to in-game riots. I know it sounds silly, but we have seen many in-game things. I think they just appreciate genuine passion being expressed in a reasonable way that's not harassment or attacking or violent, right? So you can do in-game protests, and I always encourage it. Slateport City Channel 1 or any of the dock cities, Vermilion City Channel 1, etc., and just try to find some CMs and let your voice be heard without being hateful, right? Because this is a really frustrating thing for a lot of people and affects people's lives. So I want to stop rambling on that. It's a big deal. That's all I wanted to say. It's a really big deal, and your frustrations are warranted. You should be frustrated. I'd be fucking pissed, man. Thanks for watching. Let's jump into the catch event. Okay, I've gone as far as to leave an extra little response on the forums to hopefully, you know, push the hand a little bit and add to the conversation. I basically just said, hey, just wanted to throw my hat in the ring here and politely ask for a reason why this decision was made. I'm hopeful there wasn't just I'm hopeful there just wasn't another choice for you guys here, but obviously, as you can see by the flood of responses, some harsher than they should be, but many justifiably upset. I think the community deserves an answer here on why their PTO will be wasted, why their food prep will be spoiled, plans with friends and trips altered. I personally scheduled a 3-day vacation with friends around the Shiny Award dates so I could report on the event properly, and I'm not even participating in the event. Thankfully, I'm probably one of the least impacted players by this delay, which goes to show you how hurt others might be by this change. I know this decision mustn't have been made lightly, but I think with how many players' real lives will be affected by this, the conversation, or at least conclusion, should be made public as to why this delay was made. Pretty please. Thanks to all your hard work on the event. It's a massive boon to the community and the entire game, not just shiny hunters. So that's all I had to add to that. And it's just, yeah, like, I really hope there's a good reason. This can't have been some from the outside looking in. The event looked good. Like, from the outside looking in, everything looks balanced. It looks ready to go. I assume they're working on something on the back end, but I think this is a point where, like, that's worth to... It's worth to be just tell us about. It's that important, you know? Chat, the reason is out. The reason is out. The reason is out. And I'm not gonna lie, from what I read, like, the first sentence, it seems like this might be the best reason they could have possibly delayed it for. This is from Rach, one of the head admins, head devs in PokeMMO. The postponement to Shiny Wars was a developer request. So the developers requested it to the staff. / recommendation, as we were planning to release an update in the near future with several changes which would impact the event. The most notable is an overhaul of wild encounters in Hordes. We never get update news. Oh my god. We're getting a overhaul of wild encounters and hordes, which puts a greater emphasis on season, time of day, and the variety of phase hordes which can be encountered along desirable hunts. Are we finally getting the 2080 horde split update, where instead of like 80% chance for Magikarp, it's like 40% for Magikarp, 40% for Horsey, and then 20% for Dratini? It also includes a new shiny hunting... What? I'm sorry, huh? There's an update coming that includes a new shiny hunting method, as well as an additional quality of life improvements. In-game encounter confirmed? What? How did I not? What the fuck? Okay, you can delay the event. Holy WWW, bro! I love how fast we can be like, guys, I'm really grumpy. They better have a really good reason for delaying the event. They had a really good reason for delaying the event. Holy shit. We're very sorry to those impacted by the rescheduling. This should have been managed better. How is Rage so good? How does Rage constantly communicate the best out of any dev? Communicate in the best possible way. The sheer emotional intelligence. Dude, Rage communicating as much as they have over the past like 2 to 4 years, I genuinely think has like saved the game in a part. Like, it's actually positioned to get Rage a pay raise. Yeah, hopefully Rage is like the most, I don't know if they get paid, highest paid dev. Dude, this is a good community manager for the game is so crucial, and Rage has essentially been acting as a community manager, not just like an admin, not just a, you know, this is crazy. Wow. So for extra, I'm gonna make this own video for extra context. Shiny Wars was delayed in PokeMMO, and it was a big deal because people scheduled their vacations around it. They scheduled their PTO. They maybe food prepped. Like, they said no to friend hangouts and said no to certain vacations, and they scheduled their life around Shiny Wars because it's a big deal to them, which is nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be passionate about things and schedule your life around things. The same way people schedule their life around concerts and around the Super Bowl and around sporting events. Like, everybody has a thing that they're passionate about. It sounds a little silly on the surface, oh, schedule your life around a video game, but when you think about it, you're like, you know what, maybe it's the same as a bunch of other stuff we do as humans, right? We schedule our life around things that we're passionate about. There's nothing wrong with that. Always want to push that. This is crazy, man. But now we have, because of that, thank you, Rach, because of that, we have massive news, man. They're planning. Also, that means within the next like 2 weeks, dude. The next like 2 to 4 weeks. The next like 2 weeks, they are planning to add an in-game encounter counter. They are planning to add a new method of shiny hunting and also change the way certain shiny hunts work. Holy fuck, man. Season, time of day. Wow. I mean, this is some of the most information and news you'll see in PokeMMO. Shout out to Rach. Shout out to the community. I can't wait for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this little news video. Like it if you did. Subscribe to the channel for updates every single day. Videos on PokeMMO every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. AT, where we do this stuff live. Discord down below for updates as well whenever my content is live. And a really cool community there. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, allow me to be here in the first place, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations, as well as signing up for HelloFresh. You get 50% off some amazing food. First link in the description is an amazing way to support the channel and allow me to cover stuff like this so quickly. Shout out to PokeMMO. Shout out to the community. It's going to be an exciting year, fellas. I'm hyped. Okay, we're theory crafting like what the new shiny hunting method could be, and I honestly don't know. I love the idea of a soft reset hunt, but I don't think that'll ever happen because it's just not good for an MMO. Like, why would you want someone purposely logging in and out of the server constantly? It can't be good for server health and sustainability, even though it's a cool idea, and I love the idea of soft reset hunts. The other people, people are talking about like chain fishing, which I think they'd have to aggressively adjust the rates for. The problem is a lot of methods and future Pokemon games are like super broken. I think fishing might be the method that's affected because the new method. Because fishing, I've been saying for a long time, fishing, if you're gonna buff any method, I think fishing deserves a small buff. Even just, I don't think this would be it, because it wouldn't be like a new method. But I would love to see the ability to run into like random hordes while fishing. I think if you could fish and randomly get like a ×5 horde, like 5% chance or even 1% chance, a really small chance to see hordes while fishing might be a nice little, a small positive buff that would honestly help out a ton. I've always said fishing shunts are in a rough... I love fishing shunts. There's a lot of really amazing fishing shinies. The problem is fishing shinies are really hard. They're slower than singles. You get about 220 encounters per hour efficiently doing fishing versus like 300 singles. So it's like 80 less encounters per hour. And the shinies just aren't that outstanding. There are some really cool ones like Relicanth and like Corsola, I believe, might be fishing, but... they're not, they don't, why, it's like, it's almost like a, why would you fish when you could just go single? You know, most people would rather just go single encounter hunt for like Shroomish, Slackoth, Charmander, etc, etc. So I would love to see a small, if we're gonna buff a method, a small buff to fishing, but it seems like a totally new method, so we'll have to just wait and see. Okay, I don't know if this is... Yo, that's pretty good. Oh my god, what's the species bonus? Lapras doesn't... Oh no, it's plus 10. I was like, does Lapras not count for the event? Okay, I don't think this is a play... Oh, this is really good though. This is a 162 score. I don't think this is placement worthy. Dude, how can he can't stop getting... He can't keep getting away with it, bro. I don't think that's a like placement worthy, but it's a nice catch. That's what I'll say. I don't think it's placement worthy, but it's a nice catch. If I get third place with that, I'd be very shocked, but we'll have to see. I will say, dude, this Johto Safari Zone was very strange. I had a really hard time. It was really hard to catch Pokemon, you know? Very, very difficult. I caught way less Pokemon in this. Check time clock, it ended. Oh my god, the event... Wait, did I catch it too late even? The event ended 1 minute ago. Wait, that would be really funny. I'm so distracted. There's so much happening today. For reference, we just got confirmation there's a big Pokemon in-game update coming with an in-game encounter counter. So I've been very distracted. I caught it 1 second after the event ended. Okay, it shouldn't matter. If third place is a 162 or but like it has to be a 161. If third place is a 161 or below, it's my fault. I just was too slow and distracted by what's happening today. But it would be really fucking funny if I miss out on third place because of 1 second. That would be pretty crazy, but it's also deserved. So we'll see what happens. Let's just see who wins. I doubt it'll be a problem, but let's see. That was fucking wacky. All right, we have catch event results, boys. Fourth place, Magmachad, 20 points. Congratulations to him. A very, very typical fourth place win. Congratulations to you, gamer. I'm really excited to see third place. I'm excited but scared. I'm hoping that third place is a 162 or higher. If it's a 162 or higher, I have nothing to worry about. If third place is a 160, which is unlikely, but it's possible with how difficult catches were for this event, I fucked up. Okay, what? Okay, no, I had nothing to worry about, chat. I was overstressing. I was being dramatic. 177 is third place? Holy, I knew the species bonuses were high in this event, but like, okay, I was stressing for nothing. My Lapras was never gonna win, which is honestly a good thing for me. Holy shit. I'd rather that, because I caught this Lapras, for those who didn't see, 1 second too late in the event, which would have been really funny. Dude, congratulations. Sad Thomas, 177. Third place, 177 is, oh my goodness. I knew some of the species bonuses were high, but wow. You caught a 172? Dude, that's... I feel bad for people who caught like 172s, 173s, and like thought they would have had a chance to win. That's a really good catch in most catch events. Oh, that's so brutal. No, I agree with you, Duck. I thought it was going to be a mixture of the species bonus. I thought the Pokemon themselves were just so difficult to catch, Duck. That's what I caught very few. Maybe more than I realized, though. Carpinator 180. Congratulations, dude. Love that name. Carpinator. Magic Carpinator, dude. Congratulations. A score of 180 is fantastic. And first place, drum roll, ... Let's see. In first place, Slickback, bro. Got the slick back hair with the sloppy steaks. 183 points, man. Congratulations. I'm curious what the species was that he caught. I wonder if he'll link it. Congratulations to him, dude. He just won himself a shiny Lapras, which is beautiful, dude. That shiny Lapras, for those who don't know, is like a 500-hour shiny hunt on average. It might even be... Shiny Lapras is like... You have to, I think it's 20% chance to encounter, and then like 20% chance to, or like 40% chance to catch, or something like 40% chance to encounter, something like that, right? So I think you end up catching or encountering. Lapras ends up being, running back and forth, I'm trying to think. I think it's like I think it might be like a 1,000-hour hunt. It's like really, really, really hard. It's because it's like 500 hours. I think if it's 20% chance to encounter, it would be 500 hours to see one Lapras. And then if it's like a 40% chance to catch or 20%, you have to find 5 of them. It could be a 2,500-hour hunt, but I don't think it's that long. I think it's somewhere around 1,000 hours would be my guess. So he just saved himself over 1,000 hours by winning that catch event. Congratulations to him. That's awesome to see. All right, well, what a crazy and wacky day that was. Did not expect this to become such a stream recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you did, dislike if not, subscribe to the channel for Pokemon videos every single day. This is always just going to be a short stream for the catch event. I have other things to do, and I need some rest before the streamathon begins tomorrow. I will be live for 14 hours Sunday, 14 hours Monday, and then probably some amount of large hours on Tuesday. If you want to make me stream for even longer, subscribe to HelloFresh. It will add 1 hour to the stream timer down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you for the streamathon. It'll be a lot of fun. We have a lot of progress to make on the Iron Man. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace, Reno, fellas. Yo, Patrouski here, and I wanted to thank you personally for watching the video until the very end. I really, really appreciate that. And if your name is on this list, thank you to the moon and back, because you allow me to even make these videos by supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.